So, guys,
What?
Yakuza 5 is getting localized.
Oh, I heard about that.
I just wanted to begin with that, because it's true, it's happening. That Japanese copy of Yakuza 5 I have.
I still like that introductory video that you made about it, where you just threw it onto your bed.
I actually haven't played any Yakuza games yet, but I hear that they're really good.
Oh, they're really fun. I've got to play through Yakuza 1 and 2, but I can vouch for 3 and 4.
Huh.
Oh, man. I'm kind of sad, though, it's only getting a digital port. I mean, that's fair enough. But Sony's doing it at a loss anyway, because it costs $2.5 million to fucking translate Yakuza 4, and Yakuza 5 is way bigger. So they're gonna lose money on this no matter what, they're just doing it.
Well, you know, they're gonna get sales. I mean, it's one of those franchises, you know, one of those franchises that, like, it's niche and everything, but, like, fuck, you know, people buy it.
It's got a dedicated fan base.
Yeah.
It's like, once I got in there, I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yep. Yeah, I still haven't played it yet.
Kazuma.
I want to, though.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Alright, so the reason that we're actually back here is to actually go up the elevator. And the last time we didn't go up the elevator was because we were getting escorted back by Green Shirt McBadass.
We had, I mean, he was worth it. He was worth the extra time investment.
Oh, yeah.
This is a point of no return, isn't it? Once you're up here.
Oh, I remember this part.
unless you like jump off, I think.
I had low health, so it wasn't really an option in my case, but I kind of stumbled into this and was like, oh, I haven't fully explored the area, but I just kind of rolled with it. Do they give you a warning or not? Like, you can't come back, or is it just go in the lift now?
I think it's just go in the lift now.
Oh, okay. Kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? You know, the mistreatment of zombies is still not a terribly nice thing. Never was.
Them zombies, they deserve no sympathy.
I also really thought coming in here there'd be like a kind of band of survivors who I was going to have to fight against, just based on like the kind of build-up this area had.
You know, that would have been a cool idea. I just don't know if it was like the proper time to introduce it, which is kind of ironic because like immediately after this scene, I think, is when the stealth sections start.
Yeah. I just thought of it based on like the way it's boarded up. I thought it'd be some crazed survivalists, but it might have been a bit hard to explain away.
I'm almost positive we'll see something like that in Chapter 2 because, you know, it's the Dead City, so like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, I'm kind of hoping that Dead Cities kind of have a feel kind of like, what do you call it, Left 4 Dead, like No Mercy kind of campaign area.
I don't know. I kind of got like burnt out on Left 4 Dead.
Well, no, as in just like the kind of like style of like like the area,
I thought he was gonna
like gameplay.
I thought he was gonna mention the Follow Freeman chapters from Half-Life 2.
That works too. I like the Follow
I just
Freeman
hope
chapters.
it looks a little bit more varied than the Prologue's outdoor areas did. Like, you know, it has its own color scheme and different happenings, and it doesn't just look like more of the Prologue maps. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm trying to.
Gray on gray.
By the way, I'm not trying to kill the zombie. I'm trying to get past him peacefully.
I'm not saying like it was bad or anything. In fact, I rather enjoyed the sort of bluish, overcast kind of color scheme because it kind of gives the game a sense of identity. I'm just hoping that it's different, like it's a different kind of overcast or whatever, to kind of symbolically signify the fact that it is a fucking dead city at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the idea of that.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do that. I mean, the Underhell facility isn't all the same. I imagine it's gonna be that on a bigger scale. It's gonna be, you got several districts of the city you go through, and they've got their own. I mean, this is obviously fucking speculation.
Well, of course. I mean, you know, we're not the dev team.
Yeah. By the way, the zombie that was riding with me vaporized.
So you killed him, but just in a merciful way.
Also, this makes me wish I actually had a knife on the character, because he just dropped one.
I don't know. What good would a knife do in comparison to a fucking fire axe?
I thought it would be fun to use in the stealth section, but
You know,
a wrench works too.
I think it would be too, but I'm not sure, like... I don't know.
A wrench is probably the stealthiest weapon you can get.
Imagine being able to jump down their chest to get the knife, and then you get the knife for the rest of the game.
A knife is a great survival weapon. We can use it to whittle arrows, in case we needed those. And that's about it. That's the entire utility of a knife. Can't stab with it or nothing. That just dulls the blade.
Well, I think more in terms of... Like, when's the last time that you've seen a video game where knives don't have this, like, flashy first-person animation?
No, I can't think of it.
I can't either. You know...
I always think of, like, the firearms source knife and the Trouble in Terrorist Town Counter-Strike knife.
Do you know what I think of when I think of a video game knife? And this is probably, like the last answer you could expect, and also I really like this, but I'm not going to get into why for fucking ages. But, I think of Burning Point, Road to Hell.
I've heard of Ride to Hell.
I don't think it's called Ride to Hell, but Burning Point. It's a cheap,
everyone knows
free-roaming Russian FPS about, like, some guy in the CIA, his daughter is kidnapped, and he goes to the country to get her back, but the story direction wasn't very good, so the story for me when I played that game was basically, I turned up in this country and then immediately went and joined a communist revolution instead of finding my daughter. And I didn't even finish that side plot,
Oh, it's this part.
Also, he leaves you 2 chocolate bars.
Nice guy.
The Hermit is such a bro. He's so cool.
I'm just wondering what, like, the reason for the timing on that one was, because these are so infrequent that it just feels very deliberate when they do happen.
Okay,
but that just
please
seems
tell me that you
apropos
put a red radio in that room, Wally.
Also, I like the transition. It gives you a sense of time went by because it also affected your stamina meter.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's some good diegetic storytelling right there.
Time for fun.
Oh shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna learn the capabilities of a red fucking radio. Oops.
Oh boy. Yeah, oops.
That's going through their minds right now.
Yeah.
Explosion in italics.
Yeah.
How many soldiers did that get?
Like 2, I think. Because there's like 2
that's
total.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it caused his head to explode, and I fucked up the font on it.
Oh, that new helmet animation is nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, his head vaporized and his gas mask is still intact.
Red radios are the fucking best. Oh, it only got 1 guy?
Oh well.
On my playthrough, it only got like, well, not only, it got both of them. And it was the most amazing shit ever. Because it was like the first time I ever used red radios. And it was amazing.
So this is, well, that was our kind of underwhelming, not underwhelming, it was underwhelming for them, introduction of human enemies, or reintroduction.
I don't know, it was great for me, because, like, they both actually went to the radio, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
I didn't mean underwhelming for us, I meant,
yeah.
poor soldiers.
Oh, you mean overwhelming, right? Because Jake just blew them the fuck out with that spaz.
Oh, yeah, I'll change my description from underwhelming to overwhelming.
I did blow one of their legs off.
Yeah.
Yep, you're doing exactly what I did.
Oh,
you have to. You can't resist.
Every single time I played, I've always shot a grenade down there.
Yeah, I think I did as well.
I took a stealthy...
Oh, this part. I love
Oh, that's amazing!
Oh, just wait. This is great. I forgot about this.
Can you just... Oh.
Oh, my.
I think they've had more of a horror game than you have in the 5 minutes they've been here.
kind of makes you wonder if like, Jake that's just the way that Jake gets angry. The thing that happened at the end of, Prologue.
I like to think as the pilot just walked to the back and just kicked the corpse out like, well, I can't report this. Off you go. Oh, what was it?
The great thing is, I didn't actually know there were soldiers in the helicopter. I was just shooting at it for the sake of shooting at it.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't even shoot at any of them because, like, in my playthrough, I went the stealthy route. I used the silence pistol almost all the way through.
It's been a thing ever since the Metal Gear Solid 2 tanker chapter. If there is a large mass of humans who are ostensibly my enemy, I'm going to see if I can annihilate as many of them as possible. It doesn't really work in the tanker chapter, but, you know. Did you ever
Remember,
when playing
Snake, this is a stealth mission.
And then immediately I just barrel into one at the back and see how long the fucking chain of knocked over guards goes on.
Yeah.
Well, that's just rude.
I put him in the way so when the door comes by, it crushes him.
That's what I meant. That's just rude. I also, from my perspective, watching this, from a narrative, bullshitting it my own way perspective, Jake just tricked them with an explosive radio and then shot their leader.
It's you.
He didn't know.
What happened to you? You just vanished, man. Where were you?
What's going on here?
Hey, Matt. It's Jake. He's alive.
Yeah, I can see that. You just keep on
Matthew,
yell
of
into my
course.
face.
Matthew, of course, is unimpressed. He's like, "You think you're a badass? You don't even know, man. I'm way more badass than you."
I mean, he was there when Jake pulled that shit ages ago. He should know there was no stopping Jake. Is that the one I missed?
I think I missed that one too, and I also missed the one earlier that Lolly got.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if you missed that card because there's a lot of other cards in this room that you can easily miss.
You know, it kind of baffles me.
The hard ones I get and the easy ones I miss.
It kind of baffles me that the Hermit says that rats made off with the cards, because how did the rat put the card behind the mirror? Those are some pretty fucking crafty rats.
Oh, I thought those were just cards people have collected over time, and the rats actually destroyed his own cards.
Oh, well, that would make more sense.
I'd be impressed if the rats did do that, though.
Just the rat put it under his coffee cup.
Yeah,
Didn't wait for the coffee cup to be put down, just slipped it under
Those
there.
rats, man.
Those rats are smarter than the ones in Bad Rats.
Oh, the sequel got announced to that, by the way.
I know, I heard. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Oh, great.
It's
Sorry,
kind
I
of
stole that
odd
from you.
how that works. Like, it was a commercial success based on how bad the game was and not how good it was.
It's on sale for like 17p occasionally. It knows it's a bad game, and the second one is going to be straight-faced.
I've seen it like
Not
at
straight
25, like
Self-aware.
yeah, 25 cents. Maybe 11. Wait, no, I've seen it at fucking 11 cents before.
You know, I play a lot of bad games. I've managed to avoid Bad Rats so far. I have zero interest in Bad Rats, merely because I don't like those build-your-own machine games.
I forgot who, but someone gifted me Bad Rats, and I just declined it. And I'm like,
That
no, you
was,
don't.
That was me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
That was one of the copies someone tried giving me, but some people have tried gifting me it at least 7 times.
There's only one Steam gift I've turned down, and that was Train Simulator 2012. A year later, I did accept Bus Simulator from the same person, though, so...
Either I or Junior is gonna put on that mask and go in there.
What the fuck, man? How can you decide what I do or I don't do without asking me?
You wanna go in the motherfucking labs?
No.
Again, I eventually hope for a co-op campaign with Brian and Junior. Because it would make the most
I'll
sense
take
from a
that.
campaign perspective in co-op. Like, don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, they already have this sort of dynamic with each other, and it would be nice to see how that kind of came about. I mean, sure, they're brothers, but something really had to happen for Brian to get, like, super nervous about him being anywhere alone and everything.
Watch as we just gave the creator the idea because he fucking watches our videos.
It's really fucking cool.
I'm still incredibly stoked about that, because I fucking love Underhell, and to see like the devs watching our stuff, that's amazing.
I'm pretty sure the guy that made the weapon animations watched this.
Oh yeah.
Seems he knows his way around technology, and I could guide him through on the radio too. Alright, Ben, what do you
I get why it's the way it is, but I really don't like the gas mask sections. It fucks with my eyes.
It fucks with my eyes because I wear glasses.
It's not a pretty... I mean, it's not a very nice overlay.
I hope that in Chapter 2, like, there's this one mod, this Half-Life 1 mod, fuck, I forgot the name of it. It was like a Russian horror mod. I still...
There are good... There's a fucking really famous... Is it They Hunger?
No. It was like... You could flip, like, a helmet down and it would give you extra armor.
Oh.
That sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, it got, like, a Dreamcast port, even, that mod.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Especially because not even an original Half-Life.
Well, you know, I think the engine was, like, already made for Dreamcast. I don't know.
Well, there is an unfinished port of Half-Life 2.
It
and
probably
Blue Shift
used, like, the
to
source code from
Dreamcast.
that.
Wait, Half-Life 2 for Dreamcast.
Half-Life 1,
Oh, no.
1.
I was about to say, I'd be impressed if someone managed to port Half-Life 2 to Dreamcast.
You know, I believe it would be possible, because, you know, the Dreamcast is a fairly powerful system, especially for its time. I don't know if it would reach Xbox-level graphics, though. It would probably have to use one of those low-resolution packs to handle the physics engine.
Yeah. Not to
Anyway,
mention, it's kind of...
go ahead.
Sorry. It's kind of weird to think. Half-Life 2 came out on the original Xbox.
Yeah, I know it did. I used to have that.
I've seen what it used to look like, and it looks like it it doesn't look that far off from the original Half-Life, to be honest.
You know, oh man, that guy's he's
This
not...
is the guy that this guy still looks menacing even after the last time we've seen him.
Yeah, it's just the way he looked up at you. I don't know what he's picturing.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's just everyone. I think it's because of the source eye animation. Whenever they're looking up at you, it just looks weird.
When I was streaming this, everyone said this guy was blazed.
You know, I kind of see it.
I agree with that. I couldn't blame him.
He's the only one there
in this
that isn't
situation.
angrily eyeing you down.
Hey, Liz.
And Matthew's just like, oh, fuck. Well, we're in this situation.
This is probably the bleakest point in the game. To me. I mean, bleakest before the end events.
Yeah.
Believe me, dear viewers, it gets worse. Worse
Yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah, speaking about the new helmet animation things, what happened was I lost the original helmet icon, which is like a German Stahlhelm from Day of Defeat Source. So I ended up just looking up on Google for a helmet image, and then I put an overlay over it.
I'm actually gonna look up that mod right now. Because I bring it up every now and then in this commentary, but like, I'm just trying to use it as like a good example of how to do a helmet overlay. Because it's like a 3D model almost. I'm not sure, I'm not sure how that would work in the Source engine though.
Oh, it would work just how weapons work, I'd assume.
Yeah, I suppose. But basically, like, you flip it down, and like it gives you more armor. Just like barely more armor, but like the trade-off is that it obscures your vision.
It's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, that guy said chef sounds a bit too fancy, but there's no way he could be the worst chef in this place.
No, he's a ration distributor, but he said he likes to be called...
It's called Paranoia.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, that one. I barely got very far into it, but I remember playing it, and I was somewhat impressed by its, like, visual quality.
Yeah, this guy's a ration distributor, but he likes being called chef because it sounds fancier.
Oh, and Jake has just arrived and stolen every ration.
Here he is.
Oh, it's Green Shirt. It's
That
fucking
look.
Green Shirt, and he's like, "Hey, just take me out there. I'm ready to kick some fucking ass."
Well, don't even take me out there. Just give me your guns. Wait here. I'll deal with it.
I hear we're going to go to the North Wing to reach the surface. I'm not going back there. I already tried that.
This guy sounds like a fucking snooty teenager.
I told that
He looks like
I
a
think
snooty
that-
teenager.
That one girl that was near the chef actually said he kind of is like one, or something on the lines of that.
Oh, it would suck to be a teenager growing up in fucking Underhell.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, at least he'd be kind of like used to it because we're kind of molded by our surroundings. So, if he's been used to that facility since birth, I don't really think he'd see anything.
I think the
normal.
only redeeming factor about living in Underhell would be becoming friends with the hermit.
Yes, absolutely.
You just regale your future children with childhood tales of crawling through the vents to find the hermit and his cache of explosive radios.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
The hidden cache.
Can I help?
Well, you just crushed in his skull. I do like the fact I'm presuming they carried the water cooler here.
Yeah,
And
probably.
That's
Yeah,
my
I think they did.
That's my favourite part of this game, by the way, just pressing E on that stuff on the vent.
Do you think that they know that the hermit is there? Because he always shows up really close to safe zones.
I think it's either a coincidence for like a game point or like a gameplay standard, but maybe they do know.
It's like, oh yeah, that guy, he lives in the vent like next door, but he's really cool, so you know.
We just, it'd actually be safer if we just moved in with him, but we don't want to
Yes.
impose.
Anyway,
That'd be rude.
glad to see that you're better.
Aw.
Oh,
Also, this guy thought you were drunk while you were passed out.
Cards now. Thanks to you.
yeah, the hermit is definitely bro tier because he just saves your ass so many times throughout the story.
You don't even have to be getting him cards, he just does it.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. You bring me 10 more cards.
And you know what I especially like is, most characters with a tragic past, they kind of like beat you over the head with it, but the hermit, he takes it all in stride. He's great.
Well, he takes out in stride without actually like trying to mention it.
Right,
Like,
right.
he only like mentions it like when like the time comes.
Right, right.
But I improved it a little.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, like, most characters, they just...
So yeah, you just bring me those 10 cards and this beauty is...
Realistically, you wouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, as in...
Not
Yeah.
unless you have like a teenager mentality.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
He's just a dude who gives you crossbows and shit.
Yep.
He gets on with it. So, in every case, it's better to have a red radio than...
Yes.
Okay.
Although, I believe I've used a regular radio, like, about once. Because, I wanted to do things stealthily. I have a screenshot of it. Basically what I did was I went to, like, one of the bathrooms, and, I dropped, one of the silver radios in there. It attracted one of the guards, and I just waited iron sights, through my silenced pistol until he walked up to it and then capped him.
It's really
I love
nice
that guy
of
on
Jake.
I love that guy on the left's just staring me down because of that radio.
Well, he thinks you're trying to distract him for something. He knows the game.
I don't know, you should have put the radio by Green Shirt, see what he thought of it.
The funny thing about Source NPCs is that they actually do look at objects nearby, so you probably would have looked at it.
I'll
It's
bet
good
he would have given
music.
you that, like, seriously look.
This is good music, Jake, but the only tune I need is the sound of bullets killing my enemies.
I mean, fuck, if not a co-op campaign with Brian and Junior, just make a co-op campaign with him and Jake. They'll sort the shit out.
Yeah, but there'd be arguments over who gets to play as green shirt guy.
Yes, I'll bet there would be.
Green
And
shirt guy.
I'll bet that the green shirt guy would take more kills than Jake.
Green shirt guy actually gets bullet time.
Yeah.
200 health. Let's start. I want a 4-player co-op campaign. One player is like asynchronous with everyone else and plays as the hermit, dropping weapons in from the vents.
You know, that would
Alright.
that would work from a class-based perspective, but I have to question how it would fit into the gameplay mechanics.
Also,
Yeah.
I just kicked that guy's legs off, all in one kick.
Sweeping.
Again, working fucking mirrors. Why can't AAA devs do that?
And working doors. For killing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think at some point in an extra video, I'm gonna find out how to change the amount of force you can apply to a kick.
There has to be a console command for it, considering this is SMod engine.
I think that they kind of like lock down a lot of the console commands, but I'm not sure. I know.
I hope they didn't lock down the force like for the kick because I want to kick someone into a wall and watch them explode.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it does use like SMod or a modified version of it. So.
Also, I've somehow managed to kick like 2 arms off in a row on those zombies.
You know, it's sad. I was actually trying to make like a trailer for this game, and I couldn't.
Oh, whatever happened to that? I remember you making
well,
that.
yeah. You see, the thing is, when you go to maps via the console, it doesn't have any scripted events. So there's like nobody around to open doors for you, and because it's all based on like choices you make, right? So I'm pretty sure it uses like the kind of algorithm that's incompatible with just loading up the map.
Well, actually, I don't know if you know this, but like areas that you frequently come back to.
Right.
That's not actually separate maps. That's all one map.
Oh well, I know that. I'm trying to get to the point where a certain character dies, and it's
Oh yeah, I know what part you're talking about.
yeah, and there's like gunfire everywhere. I wanted to get that shot in the trailer, but not with that character dying in the shot. That would be spoilers, but you know what I mean.
think
You
it
could probably use
is-
a console. You could probably use a console command. I know you could do like type in something like event picker and then delete.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't really know SMod that well, and I'm not sure how, like, because if I'm not mistaken, MXZ and the We Create Stuff crew came up with their own like special algorithm for this game.
Yeah, I'd say if you were to try and do something like that, you should probably use a combination of in-engine stuff and Source Filmmaker.
Probably.
And the thing-
But it wouldn't
I mean, I
really
don't
be
know-
gameplay footage, though, would it? I mean, that's the thing.
Oh, it's,
Well, I remember in the trailer
how many
you're kind of
trailers
going
use
like
gameplay
for a
footage
combination of
nowadays?
both.
See, I'm frankly, I'm kind of like sick and tired of trailers where they don't show actual gameplay. So I wouldn't
CGI
really
trailer
do
is
that.
a proof of concept.
Actually, speaking of game trailers, what do you think would be the prime example for like the best type of game trailer?
One that shows,
Pretty simple, really.
certain parts of gameplay in an entertaining fashion without any spoilers.
I'm pretty much with WMan on this.
Prisons are just
Is
like any
I
other
think we're like CGI trailers died after Dead Island came out.
and they get paid for running
They didn't
Well,
stop.
no,
I mean,
they
they died on some level.
decades now. There's over
Oh
200
god, that fucking trailer.
No, they're
I,
still
uh,
alive
I-
and well, they just
in the
suck.
United States alone.
Actually, I remember watching. I'm pretty sure you guys know how Rooster Teeth is pretty much a corporation now. But I remember back, like before they were kind of big, the guy named Geoff or Jeff, like, oh yeah, it's fucking Jeff. Why did I say Geoff? Anyways, Jeff was watching the trailer for Dead Island, and apparently he couldn't take it because it was involving a kid dying, and he has a kid, and that was his excuse for not watching it.
I
See,
can
the
actually
thing-
understand his viewpoint.
Look, I can
kind of.
understand his
That's just
viewpoint too.
empathetic.
I can understand his viewpoint too, but I wouldn't argue that it's empathetic, just kind of on the sense that you're
didn't know that.
you're getting empathetic over a fictional character,
That's,
obviously.
that's the problem I have.
See that if you really cared about stuff like that, you wouldn't be playing violent video games. And I have, like, for example, I get sick whenever I see real life violence, but fuck, I play Warframe all day, and that's chopping people up and like, you know, gibby bits everywhere and all that shit. So, you know, it's video games. You know, don't get up in arms
that's
about
because
video
we
games.
possess a basic. It's because we possess the basic ability to separate fiction and reality.
Right.
We don't like. I know it's like the wrong reaction to the movie I'm going to talk about, but fuck, I really like some of the fucking fight scenes in Green Street. I hate
I've
football
never heard of
hooliganism
Green
in
Street.
real life, but football violence, football hooligan movies, I enjoy them. I've got a soft spot for them.
Have you ever seen Any Given Sunday, I think is the name of it?
I have not seen Any Given Sunday. I
Oh.
will watch Any Given Sunday, though.
I remember, like, someone loses their eye in that movie somehow.
Oh, I'm squeamish about eyes.
Yeah.
I'm
squeamish.
really squeamish about anything sharp being near your eyes.
Yeah.
That
Go
really
play
fucks
Dead
with me.
Space, Lolly. You'll love
I've
it.
beaten Dead
I'd
Space
rather
2. God damn, that bit. I fucked it up the first time as well, which is even worse.
Oh yeah, because I keep seeing D batteries. This reminds me, but for my birthday, I decided to actually pick up a fucking Maglite flashlight.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that was on your list.
And the reason I wanted to buy one was because I wanted to buy a flashlight that is both really bright and I could bludgeon someone to death with.
Well, I'm never coming round to your house.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that too.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. I wouldn't use the flashlight. I could probably just use my fucking microphone.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'll
boot,
bring my
Lolly?
own Blue Yeti. We can duel with microphones.
Lolly, are you gonna just like take this boot with you everywhere?
I think I took it for. I think I gave it to the hermit.
Really?
Aw.
Aw.
How lovely.
Yeah, he looks like he could use some like company.
Oh, you brought me the cards I asked for. Already? You're getting better at this.
Holy shit! You already got all 50 cards?
Wait, I thought
Well,
it
we
was
are
52.
19 parts in. Or
Oh
I
wait,
believe this is part
isn't there
19.
like 52 cards?
It's 52.
There is 52 cards. I may have missed 2, but I think there's still some around somewhere. Like maybe in that one area
Fuck
that
yeah.
we just can't.
Beautiful. How good is the crossbow? I didn't get it.
It's amazing. It's better than the well.
You just take the
Eh.
crossbow.
It's better.
Yeah,
Than, it's better than the sniper rifle on the basis that it makes no noise.
Yeah, in the last section, you'll probably notice why I was like using the sniper rifle so much, and that was because you don't really get much ammo for it. So the reason I used up all the shots was because I knew I was getting the crossbow.
I used my crossbow on very, very special occasions when there was like targets outside of my regular aiming distance. Because of most of the game, I just went for headshots with the silenced pistol.
Just pull the string, load a bolt, and press the trigger.
Oh man, I remember the one of the few times I used the crossbow in this game was during that part in the elevator where they're waiting for you and you escape through the elevator hatch. I left a red radio there.
Come on back here.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I remember that part. That part's great.
I left a red radio there. It was the coolest thing ever.
Who turned out this radio were professionals.
Yeah, what is this conspicuous red radio in the middle of the elevator where our target is supposed to be? I'm gonna go turn it off.
It seems Jake transmogrified into a radio and then an explosion. But I guess that's the end of Jake. And Steve.
Until the next part.
The slowest fade to black ever.